There's a lot to talk about Swivel, of course, and the one that I'm using right now, it actually doesn't incorporate a lot of horizontal motion like this. I'm basically not even pushing down the pedal too much right now. I'm more focused on moving it left to right, like this. As you can see, it's really important. The most important thing is to find the perfect spot on your footboard where if you move your foot from left to right, you can transfer the motion, so to say, to the pedal. And you just need to push a tiny little bit, but just really a little, to make sure that the beater reaches the bass drum. This way, you're really, really relaxed. You save a lot of energy. You don't have to push too much and get tired. This horizontal movement is really, really relaxed. You can also have a pretty big swing, actually. So if, let's say, if I put a bit more pressure and try to hit harder, there are different kinds of swivel techniques, basically. So what we have here, let's say if we take into account drummers like Kerim, or for example George Collias from Nile, or Adam Björk, we know that like they use a lot of ankle and they actually push it down. This is what I referred to before as the ankle swivel. So it actually comes when you push down the pedal with your ankles, and just to stay relaxed, you move it to the side. I cannot really use it that much with these settings, but we're gonna get this to this a bit later. So this is like the vertical motion. So if you have, like, you rely on the vertical motion, you know, as the ankle motion as much as you can, and you just move side to side just to keep you relaxed, you're like probably somewhere here. You know, this is where Kerim and George is probably, as far as I know, that they use a lot of ankles, you know, so you're here. This line represents the transition between the ankle swivel to the pressure swivel. So I think I'm trying to go somewhere towards this direction. And the less vertical ankle motion you're using, the more you rely on side-to-side swinging to actually move the footboard. As far as I think I know, Ken from Aborted is using something like this. He's actually not pushing that much down. He's using more left to right, like I do. So basically, we're heading in this direction. We're eliminating the vertical ankle motion, and we're using more side-to-side motion. I honestly think that it actually, the disadvantage of it is, I think, eventually you will lose a little bit of power. You're not going to be able to play as loud as, for example, Kerim does with his copetos, heavy pedals, you know, heavy hitter, hard strokes. And then you're going to be playing really lighter and relaxed like Ken or like I do. And so like basically this, you're going to approach like this point somewhere here is like the most relaxed that you can get, where you almost don't use the pressure. You almost don't push it at all. But there, one of the ways, or I mean like the only way to reach this point is to actually find the sweet spot on the pedal, as I said, and as well as the pedal settings really help a lot. The max spring tension, VDL all the way down is all a part of the technique to reach this point where you are so relaxed that you can just, you know, do this with almost not even pushing down the pedal. It's just side to side, but it's really important that you, like, finding this spot is not that easy. It's gonna take you some time, especially for the left foot, which is weaker. And you have to like go like this completely, you know, tight, all the hits should be there. And you cannot afford to push too much, because if you do, you're gonna get tired and then that's it, it's game over. And the thing is, you have to pay attention that like when you're sitting, like everything here is kind of locked in a position. You don't really move it around. The only thing you have to pay attention is to this, left, right, left, right, left, right. Everything here is completely relaxed.